I know this bitch ain't.
I'm sorry?
Nothing.
What? Fatima, you all right?
Okay, Zatima fans, in reference to a tweet I saw for episode 7, where a person online was like, wait, so is Fatima the only person that can see Leslie, or what's going on here? Now, the scene in question is the one that I played at the beginning of the video, and I did not play the scene with audio just because, look, I'm not trying to get any sort of copyright trouble with season 4. It's very touchy right now online with people. But regardless, I thought it was interesting that in the midst of the conversation between Fatima and Chelsea about, Fatima doing a lot, between balancing her upcoming maternity shoot and a last second spur of the moment meeting with Sage, that Fatima turns her head around, sees her double walking past the window smiling, and she goes, "This B." And Chelsea's like, excuse me? It's like, oh, no, nothing. And then she rushes out into the hallway, and Leslie is gone. Now, granted, I know Fatima's pregnant, and she can't exactly move as quickly as she used to, but part of me feels like, considering the busy hallway traffic, of people walking to and from, I don't know how Leslie could have vanished like that in the span of time it took for Fatima to get to the area where she could see all the hallways at once. So I would actually like it if Fatima thinks she sees Leslie, but actually doesn't. What I mean by that is sometimes Leslie is there, like a few episodes ago when she was in Fatima's office and Angela thought it was Fatima at the desk, but it wasn't. We know Leslie was actually there. She swiped some documents and then left the office. But then there are other times, like in this episode, where Fatima thinks she sees Leslie, but she's not there at all. And that would go back to a couple episodes ago when she found a baby toy on her windshield. And then at the beginning of episode 7, when when Fatima parks in her space at work, gets out of her car, and she's automatically on guard, looking around, peering to see if there's anything under the car and whatnot. And then when Angela touched her on the shoulder, she freaks out. But then that's when she reveals the whole thing about, Leslie, and that's when Angela correctly identifies her as a stalker. I don't have a stalker. Just because you deny it doesn't mean you don't have one. So from there, that's when she mentions she has her gun and whatnot, and she doesn't want Zach to know to avoid him basically being on her like white on rice. But she does mention from time to time she does feel like Leslie's around, or she knows she pops up from time to time, hence like the toy in the car. So I think, with Fatima's stress and the burden of being pregnant, along with her new, her workload and all sorts of other things going on, her pregnancy mind combined with, stress could cause potential PTSD, to where maybe when she thinks she's seeing Leslie, it's just a figment of her imagination. I think that adds a deeper level of tension and the threat that Leslie poses. Now, I know I'm looking into this a bit too much, but I do feel like this would make a more compelling story and add a bit of a horror element to it all. Don't get me wrong, we saw that bedroom with all those photos and whatnot. That's like, yeah, this is cuckoo's nest, like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. But yeah, I think it would just add even more tension and whatnot, because you got Fatima who's trying to hold on to her independence, not telling Zach something that would cause him to go overboard, but basically the weight of everything that Fatima is trying to hold on her own shoulders eventually causes her to break down, and then she starts hallucinating seeing Leslie when she really doesn't. I would think that would make for a compelling story. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.